So I completely messed this up. I never put my pigment down, so this is, a failure for this. I'm going to wait for this to cure, and we are going to start over. What do we have here? This is a very interesting looking coaster tray. Well, this is a geode tray. And I enjoy doing the mica texture, and that is no different than this little guy, but we're going to go a step further. So we're going to use that mica for texture in here. And this is a challenge with Tracey at Mini Scenes GB. She's also going to do the mica texture geode effect with Resincrete or an eco resin alternative. So it could be Resincrete, it could be Magic Pour, it could be AR400, any eco pour resins. I just happen to have Resincrete. I also actually have Bond Craftor. I may actually we're going to try the Bond Craftor. I don't think I've tried the Bond Craftor for this technique before. So let's try that and see what that gets us. So yeah, we're going to give this a go. And this is going to be what we're going to use. All right, and we'll get to it. I have about 200 grams mixed up of the powder in here. Okay, $1.99 now because most of it was also on here. And now we're just going to add our water. I did put my mask on just because while this is safe to handle, you don't want to breathe in all the dust, especially when I had it popping back out of the cup and flying everywhere. So you don't want to breathe that in. So I just put my mask on. I couldn't find my regular dust mask. So I put that on, and once I get the water added in here, I'll take my mask off once I get it all started to stir up and everything. Ooh, you know what? I have to do this really fast. Okay. Bond Craftor resin casting compound works super fast. And I need to double check the measurement. I still think it's 10 part water, 10 part powder, 3 part water. So 200 is 60 grams of water. There we go. Put the scale away. And now we are gonna give it a good stir up here. Get that water all in there. And I've got several purple colors that I just want to kind of marble into here. Because we need to get down in the bottom and break all that powder up. Actually, I'm afraid of breaking this stick. So let's grab a different tool here. Okay, I got it done. And we're using a few purples here as long as I already have them open. Been shaking them already. We're going to do Plum from Homeware Design Co. 2 there. We're going to use Princely Purple. And we're going to put this over here. We're going to use Periwinkle. And we'll put that there. And we're going to use Resincrete Purple. And I just got everywhere over my fingers. It's very pigmented. And we're going to put that there. Just 2 drops of each. We're going to swirl it. There we go. I've already messed up. Okay. This is not going to be what we are going to do. We're just going to see how this comes out. So I completely messed this up. I never put my pigment down. So this is, a failure for this. I'm going to wait for this to cure, and we are going to start over. Okay, take 2. Need to put down the mica powder. So I've grabbed some of these, this Koga Gold. These are the Eye Candy Pastels, Prince Purple, Murasaki Violet, and Kamen Budokai. I hope I said that right. I also have some silver here. I've got these little crystals. I've got these crystals. I've got rose gold crushed glass crystals. I've got, probably not going to use that. I may instead use a little of that. Let us start with some of this floating silver. I'm just going to grab a little stick here. I just want a little amount to start off. And just kind of doing a line like that. That's all I want. And what gives it the texture is when you create big bumps and lumps, I mean. So we'll see how this is going to work. Because I'm not doing huge ones with this. I mean, I could. The big one there. And then some more here. That's all I want of that silver. And what do we want for the next? Let's go ahead. I'm going to build up a little around the center here. I've got some of these silver crushed, I think this is the crushed glass flakes. They're awfully reflective. I don't think they're mica flakes. I think they're crushed glass flakes. These are from Meyer Import, and I'm just going to put these around the center here. They get moved out a little bit, that's fine. Just kind of, oops, move some of them back a little bit. But I end up smearing some of that silver that's down. Just try to do that, that's okay. Got a little bit chunkier of the glass glitter. So we'll just mix some of that around here as well. Pile there. Let's do some of this seashell mica powder. Ooh, see, that's why you wear your mask with these mica powders. All that dust flies everywhere. And so let's grab some here. A little line of it there. It'll come down. Make a line of that one over here. Various veins going through it. We'll take some of this hollow glitter. Let's save that for last. Let's go ahead and grab the Murasaki Violet. There we go. Come in here. And let's just kind of put some, oh, that was a big one. Try to aim it that way. Okay, seal that one up. We'll pop that stick. And let's go for the Prince Purple. This one here. And we'll kind of follow this line here. Actually, let's go ahead and grab some of these. Just to give it some reflection there. And we've got some of these that we'll put in there too. And we've got some of these little crystals. You see those? And I'll just do a few of these. And we may come back to these later. All right. Do we want to use any other? I want to use the other micas. I don't want to fill it up too much. A little sprinkling of hollow. And let's go ahead and, I don't know, do you want to use a little gold in there? I don't think I do. I just want to stick with that silver. Let's try the other purple, the Budokai. Budokai? Budokai? I don't know. If you know how to say it, let me know. Spell it phonetically for me. I'll just do a little bloop there. A little bloop there. It's a bit much, but... And a little bloop over here. Alright, I think that's it for micas that we're putting down. And we have some of this super fine German glass glitter. We can put just a hint more of this down, like right there, right there. Let's see what happens if we do it in a corner right there. All right, we are done putting that down. Now it's time to move on, but I will get all this put away and we'll come back. All right, guys, I got 100 grams of powder here, 30 grams of water. I decided to risk it for the biscuit, and I'm doing the Bond Craftor powder again. So we're getting it all mixed up in here. Break down all that powder in the edges. All right, now I don't think I'm going to use all the purples. Just the Jade Diction purple. And maybe the periwinkle. All right, let's pour. All right, she's poured. You can see some of that powder's floating up. That's to be expected. I'm not worried about that. Pop that little bubble right there. It's a little mica bubble. And let us just kind of clean off this. And we'll just let this be. There was it had a little layer over the top, so that saved me. I didn't have anything going everywhere. See, there's little bubbles here. Again, as to be expected. There's air that gets stuck in the powders. Didn't want all of that to come out, but all right, I'm gonna bounce this on the table. Just help some more of those bubbles so you can see that one come out right there. All right, we're gonna leave it be. Hopefully she'll be all right. In the meantime, we're gonna demold this one that I didn't get anything added to. And there she is. We're gonna let it dry up. I actually like the back better. But we'll put some sealant on here. It's very uneven though. It's weird. And we'll be back when this guy's cured. All right, let us see what we've got. Expected to stay on there. Okay, so we lost a lot of the stuff in here. Do have a couple big deep holes in there and some little ones, and that's good. We're gonna take a big brush and we're gonna brush this off. A lot of those little craters there will be more defined once we do that. I am gonna put some gloves on to do that because I don't want it all over my hands again. All right, I just put it down on a paper towel to catch all the mica powder that's gonna come off. Let me throw my mask on again because it's gonna kick up a lot of that dust. I'm just using a dust mask here. And then we're just gonna take that and try and get it all wiped off and get in those crevices. Yeah, that's where the big piles, you want to get those off so you can really see those craters. And then you can see a lot more of those little reflective pieces as well that were hiding there under that mica. Just try to get down in crevices to get that mica out of there, because what's going to happen, I am going to use a sealant on this, and once that sealant comes over the crater, it's going to pick up any of that mica that's still sitting in there. Do like our little silver marks here. That's the lighter purple there. You can see the purple has colored one of these silver chips. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. Got a lot of reflection from those other glass flakes. So I'm just going to keep doing this for a little bit. And I definitely want to get a smaller brush. So I want to get that out of there. So I don't want it to come out when I go to get my piece sealed. What I need to invest in is a varnish spray. That would work a lot more. Oh, I can definitely see the hollow sparkle right there. There we go. See, got all that in there. See, it still comes off. So what we're gonna do is take one of our little baby wipes. Just gonna try to go over it real lightly. Just to try to get any areas. See, you can see that. So we're cleaning up kind of where the mica was just being painted over by the brush. And so like we can pick up the background there better now. All right, I think she is pretty well brushed out. Yep. And we're just gonna let her sit and cure up. But I also wanted to do a little bit of something else with her. And I can go ahead and do that before she's cured. I can stick what I want to do on the top first, and we'll be right back. All right, so what I want to do with this is I have some crushed glass here, and I have some of these, and going back to, where'd they go? These little guys, I kind of want to build that up around here. So I'm just going to take some, and I'm going to just take some pieces that I kind of want to look at. I'll get some of these little guys. I want to find smaller pieces of these guys. A little bigger, but it's a funky piece. I like funky. And these are a little rounded, but we're going to make it work, right? So we'll just grab some of those. Maybe we'll use those for those. So let's go ahead. Actually, let's do these bigger pieces here. And we can just kind of position them kind of around. And this is something I haven't really done yet with my pieces like this before. So yeah, we'll do something like that first. So let me get those off. And I'm using the Let's Resin kit for bonding. Just gonna let it come to the top here. So just want to get these glued down. And since these are really clear, it should be no problem getting them to cure. Move this guy over here, that guy there. I like this funky shark tooth looking guy. That one there. That one there. And then what we'll do is we will take our UV light and we'll just set that there. Let it do its thing for 2 minutes. We'll be back. I don't know why I said 2 minutes. This stuff bonds in 10 seconds. So there we go. So that's all good. We're going to put down some more. And we're going to go kind of in the middle and around. Just a little random. I'm going to use these little guys. I'm just kind of dropping these where I put down the glue. Some wherever they may fall. just give that a zap there. And we'll shake off the ones that flew in other places. That should be cured enough. Yeah, we have some coming off, but that's okay. Most of the ones where they were supposed to be have now stuck on. All right, and now we want some of these pieces, and I think I'm gonna again kind of go around in places and maybe stick some up here. Okay, apparently that was 2 pieces stuck together. All right, we'll do that. And just doing a little longer with this side, this last one here, because I think that's all I want to do on that. And it should be done. Some may come off that weren't really stuck on there anyways, and that's fine. All right, kind of like that. What else do we want to do? May just do a little UV over the top here, just to make sure we get these set. Okay, one more blast. Okay, and the next thing we're gonna do is just get one of our silver markers. You can come around over to here. Come around here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop there. I think I might need one over here. There. Yep, I think that's where we're gonna stop. And that is my geode tray, using mica and glitter as the geode texture. Then I just decided to actually add some little crystals here around the center, which I had never done before. I just thought I'd have some fun with that. Again, this was a challenge with Tracey at Mini Scenes GBT to have her try this same effect. So yeah, there we go. She's gonna get cured up here. I do have a couple holes, but I think that fits in with the whole geode and crevicey item here. Might take my pen, go around that one, kind of like emphasize it, like yes, they are supposed to be there. Let's see what happens if I do that. Like that. Hang there. So we're like, yeah, that's supposed to be there. And there we go. There she is. I want to thank everybody for taking the time out to watch this video today. I really appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, maybe take a push at the subscribe button or the QR code. It'll help me out. I also have a Amazon wish list or buy me a coffee linked in my description if you so choose to do so and so enabled. Check out this sparkle. I actually made the decision not to varnish this. I didn't want to risk losing any of that sparkle by putting some varnish over it, and it's generally not going to be anywhere that any water is going to be getting to it. So I hope you enjoy these last little videos here of the sparkle, and have a great day, evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Take care, everyone. Bye.